Ecclesiasticus 25:13. Give me any plague but the plague of the heart, and any wickedness but the wickedness of a woman. Shalom. First off, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakakadash, Yahweh being true name for the Heavenly Father, Yahweh Shai being named for his only begotten Son, what the world ignorantly calls God and Jesus Christ. I want to give double honor to the elders and the apostles of Great Millstone that taught me the truth and will well, and salutations to you, hopefully like pushing this truth in all honesty and sincerity. This is where the Yahweh Sop coming at you, no less the spirit power of Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, and this lesson is going to be going into the contrite spirit, and basically, the feeling of catching afflictions when going through Babylon and dealing with relationships and marriages and so on and so forth. There are scriptures that talk about it, and there's not a whole lot of lessons that I've came across out there that really touch on this subject when it comes to getting in depth when it comes to that feeling of the contrite spirit of having that, that broken heart feeling, or the feeling of depression, so on and so forth. There's a few lessons that's been on it, but every once in a while I like to touch on it because there's a lot of brothers that do have to battle this, because being in Babylon, the scriptures say many other afflictions of the righteous, and this is one of the afflictions. Okay, and I want to start out this precept again. Read it from the top. It says, give me any plague but the plague of the heart. Okay, the plague of the heart is a very grievous, painful thing that the Israelite man can suffer and go through, and the biggest plague of the heart, the biggest grief can come from, dealing with a wife in Babylon, because there's a lot of curses that comes to marriage when you're trying to, take that step in this society and this wicked, sinful kingdom. And to keep it real with you, honestly, the vast majority of those situations will end in adultery. And with that comes a very heavy heart and a very contrite spirit. So this is just something that if anyone goes through it, these are scriptures to keep in mind. It's easier said than done when you have to go through pain like that. But this is just something to kind of keep you going, to push on through it, to know what's to be expected. Okay. And it says, in any wickedness but the wickedness of a woman. Well, the beginning of sin came from the woman, what the scriptures say. So the woman being a weaker vessel, and being in a sinful kingdom, it can be too expected that they can leave you like this, like the picture you see on the right. Okay, so we get some more scriptures on it. Kind of go into it a little bit here. All right, this is Psalms 34:18. The Lord, his name is Yahweh, is nigh unto them that are of a broken heart, and saveth such as be of a contrite spirit. Okay, so you're not alone when you're feeling this feeling and situation of having a broken heart, a contrite spirit, being afflicted, felt like you've been betrayed. You don't want to get too heavy in your emotions to where you do something stupid, to where you're not getting like suicidal or something like that. People have their own ways of dealing with emotions and pain when going through different relationship issues, especially when it comes to marital issues. But the scriptures say the Lord is nigh unto them of a broken heart. So he sees your pain and your suffering. At the end of the day, these are things that we have to go through, is being in this hellhole, which is why you should seek the kingdom more and more and prophesy harder to get delivered out of here, so you don't have to suffer like this anymore. Because in the kingdom of heaven, there will be no pain, no misery, no suffering, no broken hearts, no adultery, none of that, man. So you should want to be in that situation. Okay, because living like this is not cool, man. Okay. So we can go a little bit further here, get some more precepts. Matthew 11:28 says, come unto me, all ye that labor and are heavy laden, and I will give you rest. So if you're heavy laden, there's something bothering you, especially when it comes to a contrite spirit or broken heart, the best thing you can do, the best remedy for that, is to get heavy in your prayer, heavy in your fasting, listen to scriptures, listen to spiritual music, listen to things that are of the Lord. Don't fill your mind with negativity and things that can make your situation even worse. You know, it's not going to help your situation. You listen to breakup songs and shit like that, man. Coming to the Lord, reading to the scriptures, and that's first and foremost what you can do to help you cope with things. Because all these things that we have to suffer and go through, these are things to be expected. The Lord says that all these things will happen. This is why we have all these scriptures of remedies. This is Psalms 147 verse 3. He healeth the broken in heart and bindeth up their wounds. All right. So the Lord can heal that for you. If you're in a situation where you've been betrayed, well, the Lord can give you 10 times better, tenfold than what you were already in, and you won't have to suffer like that no more. But you have to be right in the spirit and the mind. And if you're a prophet, well, there's a disclaimer as a prophet, you can expect that may be something you may not just get, because we're at a lot to set up to be hated amongst all men, all people of this earth. And this walk that you stand for has such a righteous energy power to it. Anybody that's in the world that's under the vibration of sin is not going to want to be around you or cleave unto you, and not being sincere in their heart and their emotions towards you, because you stand for a righteous power and authority, and you walk with a righteous spirit and righteous energy and vibration, and you're living in a kingdom that's full of wickedness. Okay, so it's best to get what you can out of certain situations and keep it moving, but not get yourself to let yourself down, like the photo on the right. Because you've chosen a path, or the Lord has chosen you to be on a specific path to be focused on his ministry. Okay, so these things, you shouldn't really have to worry about. Of course, it's easier said than done. We are in the flesh. Brothers do desire, love and seeking all that good stuff like that. But in the day, now is not the time for it. The scriptures say he's going to give it to you in the kingdom, but you have to walk the walk that he's destined you to be on. And that might not just be for you. But then again, you do have some brothers that are married in the truth. Some brothers will get delivered with their wives, So I'm not saying that that's not possible. But what did Paul say? Paul gave a statement. Okay. And we can get that out. This is 1 Corinthians 7:1. It says, now concerning the things whereof ye wrote unto me, it is good for a man not to touch a woman. Okay. So he said it's a good thing. If you can bear it, it's a good thing not even to do it, because of the amount of baggage, the pain, the misery that comes along with that. That's why in verse 2, it says, nevertheless, to avoid fornication, so to avoid sleeping with another man's wife or going after other gods, let every man have his own wife, and let every woman have her own husband. So to avoid fornication, you feel yourself, you can't bear it, you can go ahead and take a wife, or a woman can go ahead and take a husband, vice versa, to avoid fornication. But if you can bear it and your spirit is strong enough, it's good to just not touch a woman at all. All right. Verse 6 in 1 Corinthians 7:6 says, but I speak this by permission and not of commandment. So this is not a commandment, but this is just by permission. This is Paul speaking as a man, as a suggestion of giving you wisdom of things that he's observed. Okay. Verse 7 says, for I would that all men were even as I myself, but every man has his proper gift of Yahweh, one after this manner and another after that. So Paul himself, he decided not to just deal with a wife at all, because of the circumstances. Like I said, because of the curses, you're really you're playing a gambling game when it comes to this. And more than likely, you're going to be on the losing end of it, because we're in a society where sin is exalted, and you have a wicked people in charge of this world that's pushing a sinful demonic vibration. And this is and with the woman being a weaker vessel, they succumb to that and worship that. Okay. This is 1 Corinthians 7:27. It says, art thou bound unto a wife? Seek not to be loosed. So if you have a wife, seek not to break that. Okay. It says, art thou loose from a wife? Seek not a wife. So if you don't have a wife, it's better not to even seek one.
because of the pain, the suffering, the misery that comes with it. Okay. In other words, you do have situations where brothers may have been blessed. And if you're in a situation I'm going to read, it's good to go and hold on to it. This is Ecclesiastes 36:24. He that getteth a wife beginneth a possession, a help like unto himself, and a pillar of rest. Okay. So if you have a possession and she's a help unto you, and you have a pillar of rest, then that's a good thing. That's something to be happy about. Okay, but that's not what the vast majority will have. Psalm 34:19. Many are the afflictions of the righteous, but Yahweh delivereth him out of them all. It comes many afflictions when dealing with love with another person, or afflictions in general in Babylon in this walk of life. But the Lord know how to deliver you out of all the afflictions. So you don't have to think that this is just the end, this is the end game, and this is it. You don't have to be in that mentality, because the Lord's going to deliver you out of what you're going through. Okay? You just got to hold on. Hold on, man. Change is coming. This is John 14:27. Peace I leave with you, my peace I give unto you. Not as the world giveth, give I unto you. Let not your heart be troubled, neither let it be afraid. Peace is going to come. The Lord is going to give you peace if you're seeking him and you're sincere. He will give you peace. Yes, we catch a lot of hell afflictions, but at the end of the day, he's going to give you peace, a peace of mind, so you can focus on him harder. He doesn't want to put you in anything that you can't bear to where you start to lose focus on him. And he's going to put you through tests to see which side you're going to pick, and he wants to see if you really got his back. But besides those type of tests, he will give you peace, and you have to trust and believe in that. Okay? It's the book of Psalms 55:22. Cast thy burden upon Yahweh, and he shall sustain thee. He shall never suffer the righteous to be moved. All right? So whatever burden it is that you're suffering, you're going through, cast it unto the Lord. Means put it in the Lord's hand, send your prayers up, ask him to fix the situation, and wait. Okay? Wait for action to take place. It says, he shall never suffer the righteous to be moved. So if you're a righteous person, he won't suffer you to where you can't bear what's getting ready to happen. Psalms 147:3. He healeth the broken in heart and bindeth up their wounds. Okay? He's going to help you feel better. You may not know what it is he's going to do, but you just pray to the Lord, hey, make it happen, Lord. What can you do to fix this? And he's going to heal your wounds. It may take a little time. It may not happen immediately, or it may happen immediately. That all depends on the Lord, and that all depends on what he has planned for you in your life. He may be putting you through this situation so you can have a testimony to give somebody else, and to increase your faith and make you stronger in the spirit. You have to think of it like that too. It could be a life lesson learned of exactly what's happening to you right now, to where you're feeling this. Now, I don't know what you may be going through, if this lesson is hitting home with somebody that needed to hear it, that has that feeling of that contrite spirit and broken heart. Only you know what it is. Okay? But you're really not the only one that knows. The Lord knows. And you have to know that. So talk to the Lord. Don't just sit there talking to yourself. A lot of you sit there and you're meditating, you've been talking to yourself in your mind and playing scenarios in your head. Man, cast all that to the Lord. Talk to the Lord about all of that. Okay? And he'll hear you and bring you out of it. This is Revelation 21:4. And Yahweh shall wipe away all the tears from their eyes, and there shall be no more death, neither sorrow, nor crying, neither shall there be any more pain, for the former things are passed away. When the Lord delivers us, man, none of this is going to take place no more. And if you believe in the Lord and this truth, you know there's a deliverance coming. You have to have faith that this is what is going to get ready to take place. Your suffering, your pain, your crying is going to be gone. This is all just temporary. Again, it's easier said than done, but you have to have faith. And you have to be strong and be able to push through it. Lord said, come unto him. If you're heavy laden, he'll give you rest. Proverbs 31:3 says, give not thy strength unto women, nor thy ways that which destroyeth kings. So don't give everything and put everything you got into the hands of a woman. She will want you to do that, and she will tell you, you can trust me and give me everything, give me your all. The Lord said, give not your strength unto women. Okay. So you have to honor your wife as the weaker vessel. You give your strength too much to her, you give her too much power, she'll abuse it. She abused the power back in the garden. So don't set yourself up. Okay. Because the Lord said, give me any plague but the plague of the heart and the wickedness, and but any wickedness but the wickedness of a woman. The beginning of sin came from the woman. So don't destroy yourself, man. This is Proverbs 31, verse 6. Give strong drink unto him that is ready to perish, and wine unto those that be of heavy hearts. So if you're going through some shit, don't destroy yourself. Get you some yayan. Sit to yourself, get some prayer, some fasting, have you a drink or two, and try to just deal with it, man. Take it like a man and get through it. It says, let him drink and forget his poverty and remember his misery no more in verse 7. Because these are things that we got to go through in Babylon. Don't do it too much and overdo it to you completely destroying yourself, because you have to know that the Lord does got you. This is something that you may be going through. That's a short time suffering, but push on through it, man. Proverbs 31:10, it says, who can find a virtuous woman? For her price is far above rubies. So it's, a virtuous woman is a perfect woman, and you ain't finna get that, man. So this broken heart you feeling, you have to know that these are things that are to be expected, which is why Paul said it's better to abide as him if you can bear it. But if you can't contain, then go ahead and marry to avoid fornication. So this is just a quick lesson through the Spirit. I wanted to get that out there in case somebody needed to hear this, because they're going through that contrite spirit, that broken heart feeling when it comes to issues, mainly issues of marriage, because this is something that a lot of brothers go through, and not a lot of brothers want to talk about it because it can make them feel less of a man or weak, that they have to address the things that they're feeling from based off of what a woman did to them. So, but you got to just keep on going and keep pushing and keep the Lord in your heart and stay focused on this truth and this ministry, man, because we're almost out of here, man. We're almost out of here. We don't have to deal with this shit no more. You'll get the kingdom of heaven. Isaiah 4:1 will happen. 7 women to 1 man. So to hell with these women that dog you out, man. So Lord willing, this is edifying. I'm going to go ahead and close out. Give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rakakadash. Double honor to the elders and the apostles of Great Millstone that taught me this truth and will well. And salutations to you, hopeful elect, pushing this truth in all honesty and sincerity. Shalom.